do we tell our sons?
Nigga, if you buying that ticket, you fucking.
I got everything I need at my house. I don't need a hall pass.
Every time I get to a corner and I see somebody doing a famous Baltimore gangster lean.
We outside.
Yes, indeed. This is a Shop Podcast. I was going to introduce our special guest, but somehow he just disappeared. But anyways, we have Big Pastor, a.k.a. Fabulous. Oh, there he's back.
Well, you know,
Mr. Hutch himself.
What's going on, good folks?
And
What's
then
going on?
we got Miss Toya. How you doing?
Hello.
It sounded like you wanted to say something.
What? When the camera comes on, we supposed to be best friends. Ain't that how it works? I heard.
Well, you went live and said that you were on the air and said that we weren't your friends, so I definitely can't be best friends with you.
Oh, Lord. Pastor, pray for these people. And I'm just going to let you know ahead of time, Pastor.
Coming back to bite me in the butt.
We already know you got some type of prayer shout-outs, but that's coming off the back end.
What prayer? What you got to say? Say it now, Pastor.
I know. Just go ahead. Let's get it
put
out.
the Lord on the back burner.
What's going on today?
I don't know.
Pastor, who you want to shout out?
I don't know.
You ain't got no shout-outs today?
I did not off the top of my head. I didn't have anything going on.
Oh.
I thought we were just
Well,
going
Hutch, I know you've been.
What's going on with us?
Well, Hutch, I know you've been gone for a while, but I feel like the pastor has been taking pay for play because he be coming up with like 32 people to pray for and all at the beginning of the shows.
I'm sorry to cut you off. What does pay for play mean?
Payola. You taking payola? We just don't play records, so he must be taking.
I think that's not what it means, though.
Yeah.
I heard it in terms of acting. That's why I asked.
So payola is when you pay people to play records, but we don't play records. So
no, he said pay for play. That's the same thing.
You pay for playing your record.
Yeah.
Oh,
Payola.
okay. It means something different in acting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we don't pay.
No, I think they hit past up 20 minutes before, like, yo, I got 5 on it. And he'd be like, all right.
Damn, you making a list?
No, it ain't even like that. He exaggerates, but I'm just gonna give you 4 words, and I know many of us have heard it before. It might sound cliche, but it's true. Jesus paid it all.
What did you say?
Oh,
Okay.
I thought he had a different set of words. I thought he was gonna say "fuck out of here."
That's more like me.
My bad, Pastor. I thought those were the words you was coming with.
That is not what I was gonna say, champ.
I mean, this is how y'all talk at.
Last night, I don't give a damn about what's going on. I want to talk about last night. Last night, we had our revenge. Shout out to the New York Knicks, the New York Knickerbockers. We are here, 30 points against the them
Pacers.
guys, them Pacers. They tried to embarrass us, but we came back home, and the 6th man was in the building. The New York Knicks fans.
Okay, shout out to them.
Shout out to the Knicks.
Tobias is there putting all his money up.
All right, well, I guess that's our good news for the day. The next one.
Well, I mean, just for last night, we still got 2 more games to go, but hopefully we can end this thing on Friday.
Okay. Speaking of, we got a lot of new people in office or whatever you want to call it. Who voted yesterday?
I voted.
I did early voting.
Okay.
Yes, we know who did.
Anybody want to share who they voted for and why?
Huh?
Anybody want to share who they voted for and why they voted? For that person, I mean.
Well, I voted for Sheila Dixon. There's no real reason why I voted for Sheila Dixon. I voted for Mrs. Also Brooks. I think how you saying that? Angela Also Brooks from PG County. She did win, but I don't know if she's gonna beat Larry Hogan, but hopefully he does. But and everybody else, what's up, Randy?
What's up, Randy?
Everybody else is really a shoo-in. We already knew Zeke Cohen was gonna win. The comptroller, he had nobody against him, so he got 100% votes. Those are probably the main people. So it's gonna be Sheila's out, Brandon's back in. Zeke is definitely probably in because it was him, Randy's cousin, Miss Sneed, and Marilyn Mosby's ex-husband, who was at the bottom of the ranks. So we'll see what happens between Larry Hogan and Miss Arthur Brooks. And,
So Sheila Dixon lost?
Yeah, not by much though.
That's what they're saying. They haven't counted the mail-in votes, but they said it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, but as of last night, 11 p.m., she was done for. Yo, on Sunday, Sheila had North Avenue on lock. She had all the junkies from east to west holding up Sheila Dixon signs.
She had all the junkies.
All the junkies was on every corner on North Avenue, east to west.
She should have been talking them into going to vote.
I hope they voted.
They could have had to and fro pick them up, drop them off at the poll site.
Yeah, we could have had that. Sheila ain't want. Sheila should have had that money put up.
I was about to say she steals, not hands out.
Allegedly.
Did she steal them gift cards allegedly?
Allegedly, we can't talk about it on here.
Well, I mean, she could have gave out some gift cards. Oh,
talk about Sheila your phone call. I don't know. No, I don't think so because she ain't go to jail. I don't think she went to jail, right? No, she ain't go to jail.
I don't think so either. I know she resigned from her position.
Yeah, I don't think she got convicted.
So, did Wichita go to jail?
Who?
The other
Captain
one?
Pugh?
Yeah.
He went to jail, yeah.
He went to jail.
He went to jail. Okay. Pugh came to the halfway house.
Hi, Chris.
But yeah, I ain't really had no reason of like for mayor. I mean, I don't know. For mayor, I don't I don't know. But last go around, I voted for Bob Wallace. What's his name, Bob Wallace? A lot of people were just in the way though. They had somebody on their name like Uncle somebody, Uncle somebody. That shit is like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? Yeah,
so your point is anybody but Brandon.
As far as for me, I mean, I don't know. Like, I just didn't really like. I really wanted Bob to win because, like, as a business standpoint, I wanted to see what he can do. Now this time around, I just was like, whatever. I'm just gonna push this, and I don't give a damn right now because I mean, either way, everybody's talking shit about each other. So, you know, but I hope this time Sheila just says, you know what, I'm not gonna, run again.
From a business standpoint, how do you feel about Larry Hogan?
You know what? I didn't vote for Larry Hogan, but Larry Hogan did a lot of good for the state employees of Maryland. So, as far as Larry goes, he wasn't a bad Republican for the state of Maryland. For as when he sat on the seat as a governor, he wasn't bad at all. So I feel like Larry could do a good job in the Senate. I don't know about Miss Angela. For those who live in PG County, maybe they can speak on that. But I don't know what she does. I never heard of her until.
I feel like his attitude towards Baltimore changed in his second term.
And you know what? I think it's just like all of the rest of them. Ivan Bates and all of the politicians have a I don't know, they all have this beef with Brandon for some reason. Ivan Bates says that he can't get in contact with him, or he they don't have conversations, and I don't understand. I thought they squashed that. Not that I heard. I mean, the way he
we can't hear you. Can you hear us?
I don't know.
That
All right,
means we talked
Pastor.
about politics too long.
What you gonna say?
I said, I mean, we talked
Pastor.
about politics too long.
Go ahead, Sid.
Who did you vote for? If you don't mind.
I
We
don't
saw
mind.
who he voted for.
It's put in already. I don't mind. Me and the missus voted for Brandon Scott.
Okay, is that the one who won?
Well,
Yes.
like I said, on the news, if you look at the news right now, they said they still checking the mail-in ballots or whatever like that. So it's not official, but they saying they feel like he did.
Okay, that's what's up.
But
Did you vote for Hogan?
Hi,
Or did
Brandy.
you vote?
Hogan's not on the vote yet. They were just picking which Democrat will win Senate or whatever. So I did vote for also Brooks as well. I've heard some good things about her from what she did when she was in the community and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. I voted for.
So
Somebody got bird.
people are outside. So question
Hey,
though.
sis.
I thought I seen somewhere where I think Hogan went against Robin Thicke or whatever. Thicke.
You couldn't vote for Hogan.
He went against a couple people. So you could vote for Hogan. You probably couldn't vote for Hogan.
Oh.
So in the primary election, you have to vote for the party that you're registered under.
Right.
So we are assuming, just assuming, all of us are Democrats. So if you're a registered Republican, then you could vote for Hogan in this election. But if you are a registered Democrat or even independent, you have to vote for that race. You have to vote for Democrat or Republican.
Well, I think I heard Hogan. He swept that jump like 61%. And I think he was going against Robin Thicke, which I thought was mad funny because when I thought about him, I thought about white guy Robin Thicke, and I just
Did you vote?
put those.
No, you didn't.
What'd you say?
Did you vote?
No.
You know he didn't.
Don't say it like that.
Damn.
So I'm the only one being realistic here.
Wait a
What'd
minute,
you
you
say?
asked everybody today voting. You ain't hold up. Who voted? Because
We all raised our hands.
all right, I know. Did Kathy vote?
Kathy wasn't on when we asked the question.
Yeah,
I
but
know
I'm
Kathy
not
just got here. She getting docked for being late.
Well,
I
at
was
least
gonna
I
say, wasn't
said I
y'all
was
election
gonna be
day?
late. But no, I'm not registered in Baltimore anymore.
So
you don't vote in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I vote, but that wasn't our primary election.
Everybody don't have the same election day.
Oh, okay. So 6 didn't vote. And he lives in the state of Maryland.
That's
Nah, I
still
didn't vote.
saying though.
DC, Maryland, Virginia voted. And 6 didn't vote.
Eh,
And he asking everybody did they vote.
I know it's called content over everything.
No,
You guys have some good content.
It's called you have the right, and a lot of people died behind this, and you ain't even vote.
Ooh.
I mean, I got the right to bear arms too, and I ain't got no hammer.
Well, that's your fault, because I got 2.
I mean, but I don't.
Speaking of rights, since we're on the subject of rights, you may not have the right to complain if you don't go vote.
Oh, I'm not complaining.
When the last time did you vote at all?
How about we say he don't got the right to ask us questions about a process he doesn't take part in?
I voted for the presidential the last couple of times.
Hey, Dedrick.
So 6, is there a reason why you don't participate in like all of the voting?
Go ahead and say votorial.
I was going to say votorial. I meant to say elections. Is there a particular reason why you don't do the
No,
primary?
I didn't know where to go, but I just wasn't going out for it. Like I don't.
Okay.
I
So
don't
just
know if I
okay.
trust
So
it.
for when November comes, one, they send you something in the mail. You should. Oh, we should start with. Well, you said you voted for president, so you are registered. But you need to make sure you're registered where you live. and you can go online and like they'll tell you where to vote. I did.
I mean, it wasn't.
I literally typed in where do I go vote.
Well, I early voted, and I voted when you do early voting, you can vote wherever. And well, since I'm a resident of the city, I can vote wherever in the city as an early voter. So, but as far as you voting, regular, they
What's up,
send you
Cedric?
information.
PPO3.
Damn,
I mean, I don't really check the mail like that.
All right, well, let's
You don't
not
check the
harp on
You don't vote. What the hell is going on over there?
let's not harp on him not doing his civic duty that
Hold
our
on,
ancestors
though.
fought
Hold-
for.
What I will say though is I thoroughly enjoy the commercials.
The commercial, so because they acting like 50 Cent and talk about each other.
Basically.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of my commercials over here be Virginia commercials. And they was wilding in Virginia. They was talking about the community and trans and all that. And that was a big thing. They was like the big thing was transgenders and the community. So basically they was trying they had this dude who was on the election, but they had him dressed up like a girl, and they was like, he want this and that. I find the commercials fun.
Wow. They go hard in Virginia.
Well, you know,
They did.
there are your rights and things like that. That's why some states you can't even get an abortion because
I thought Virginia was for
people
lovers.
watching commercials and that's it.
But one thing though
Bing bong.
that my wife did ask me is, do y'all care about the bathroom situation?
Elaborate.
Yeah.
please.
About having
What'd you say?
having a
Elaborate.
transgender or non-neutral bathroom.
Yes.
That's what you're talking about.
Or like in your schools.
I'm gonna say like this. At one point when it first happened, I did not care. I was like, it's a bathroom. But it wasn't until like, I don't know, something was wrong with the locking thing, and I got walked in on by a guy. And at that point I kind of felt very uncomfortable.
It sounds like a movie I
Hold
watched.
on. Let me ask you this question, Kathy.
Hmm.
Regardless of it being a neutral gender neutral, whatever it's called, a term for a bathroom. When you go to a bathroom, you don't check behind yourself and lock the door.
Yeah, and I could
already
have
did
swore, like I really could have swore that it was locked and everything, and so I was finished. I was standing there washing my hands. I wasn't, but it still felt very uncomfortable.
So you're okay if a woman busts in?
No, I wasn't uncomfortable. I would have been uncomfortable if it was a woman or a man, but I think I became more uncomfortable because it was a man. A woman, I probably would have just like maybe shook it off a little sooner. But I still think about it now.
So my take on the bathroom situation, and I see a lot of restaurants and different places in public are using these bathrooms. I feel like if it's an open space bathroom, like a bathroom that has multiple stalls or multiple toilets, I think that should not be neutral. Now, if it's like the last restaurant I went to, the bathrooms were individual bathrooms, but you can use any one. So you can go in there and you be in there by yourself, lock the door, of course, but it was for all genders. But if I have to go into a restroom that has multiple stalls or multiple toilets, and that is for everybody, and say you send, okay, in my case, my son is 9 now, and I send him to the bathroom, and trans or whatever the case may be, walks in. Now that's even for the case of a grown man walks in, because we never know. I would like for my child to just go into a restroom, an individual restroom, but as a parent, you should be able to, You know, you should take your child to the bathroom if you feel some type of way. But I don't know. The bathroom situation is I don't know. For me, would be a big issue because you may have a little girl going to the girls or the women's restroom, and because your man.
You're cutting off at a good point. But I will say, while we waiting for him to come back, I will say, if my sister gotta go to the bathroom, she gonna go to the bathroom that's available, male or female. She don't care. You said I think.
No, I said who?
Brandy.
Oh.
And her little sister is the same way. If I got to go, I got to go. I don't care which one I go in, because my bladder. Oh shoot. I don't know what I hit. My bladder does not care about sexuality. It cares about being released. Mm-hmm. What was you saying, Hutch? It sounded like you was about to lay a big joker down.
I just feel like when you are in a restroom, a young lady, a woman just going to the restroom, and a male who just identifies as a woman walks in, that is an issue. That's just an issue, for me.
All right. Well, let's say, can we take? Well, I want to hear everybody else's too. But if you think about it from a business point of view, you're a small church. You ain't got that much space in your church. But if you have those intergender bathrooms with just one stall in it, that's a lot of space that's gone.
Churches always have 2 bathrooms.
Okay, but is 2 bathrooms enough?
If it's a small church, that's all you gonna have. Like,
okay, well,
I don't think small businesses are building gender neutral bathrooms. So, is that what you're saying?
The question is, should they have to?
So here's my take, and it's probably because I have a little bit, maybe I'm a little biased because I have a little bit more control over my child. So like, I can't send my child off to the bathroom alone. But if I feel like my child is old enough and can go to the bathroom on their own, I also want them to. I would teach my child. She does have an older sister who I have to tell these things to. Scream if you feel uncomfortable. You need to get my attention, get somebody's attention, do something. But I think the argument that we make, or not we, because I don't make it, the argument that people make for not allowing transgenders to use the bathroom. Oh my God, my train set was in the church. Really?
Oh,
that's not what we talk about. My poet friends are really showing up today. Church is the perfect place for some dumb ish to happen. It's true. But my same concerns that I have about a child being in the bathroom, I have whether there's a transgender in the bathroom or not, because there are straight people who molest children.
True.
So if you have a concern about your child being in the bathroom, your concern cannot start at transgenders, because more than likely they are going to encounter a heterosexual pedophile before they encounter a transgender one, just by the numbers.
That Pastor Rand.
Yeah, and you're 100% true to the fact, Toya, because if you look at data, you don't have that many transgender pedophiles. Most of your transgender are heterosexual, and actually, like, their percentage of transgenders being pedophiles is like 1%.
Like, I wasn't gonna. I had this stat for something else, but I think it's 96% of. I had it for a different topic, but 96% of people on the sex offenders list are men. They ain't say transgender.
Well, I don't think. I mean, of course.
So
don't
my
believe
point
that.
is, for you with a son, he going in the bathroom with whether if you don't want a transgender woman to use the women's restroom, that transgender woman who was born with male parts and all the other male sex offenders are going into that bathroom. So my point is, it's not who, pointing fingers. My point is, if the concern, I don't think the concern is genuinely about children. I think that's what the excuse that people use, because it can be a valid reason, but I think it is tied more to homophobia. I said it.
So, question: Who? I think Hutch said maybe something about a child, but who said that was the main concern?
That's what everybody says. So Hutch didn't say it here, but that is what people lead with when they talk about transgender and the bathroom situation.
Yeah. When
they just going into war trying to win quick.
Because otherwise,
don't say
I mean, I would if that's the battle I'm fighting. That's what I would use.
Right.
But
what you say?
What else would be?
I mean,
if you're a man, I mean, not to say you're a man, and say a woman that is trans walks into the man's bathroom, you're gonna be like, oh, you're not gonna be like, oh, wait, hold on now. You're gonna say that. You're gonna keep on using the bathroom and you walk out. So the biggest fight is with children. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, if you have a problem, then go to the bathroom with your child.
I mean, I don't really have an answer because I ain't never been faced with anything like that.
To that end, Hutch, I have a question. Because I had a friend who had a 10-year-old, and she was not comfortable sending her son in the bathroom by himself. And she took him in the women's bathroom with her, and someone complained. I think I got that right.
You got it right.
I've seen something like that before.
That's a whole argument that people.
I only say I think I got it right because if my sister's still on here, she knows what I'm talking about.
But I think people always do that though. I think especially single mothers. I think single mothers usually take their sons in them. I think for the most part, if you knock and announce yourself and announce, whatever the case may be, okay, it's clear to go in. I don't think that mothers are taking their sons into the restroom with women in there. I mean, that's my opinion. I would think that they would knock first, just like if a man has a daughter with him or a niece with him, and they got to go to the man's bathroom. I'm sure because as adults, as a place that I've worked at, I would tell a man that's trying to go to the bathroom because, like you said, churches only have two bathrooms. So I would tell a man to knock on the woman's bathroom and announce first before walking in. So I would hope, in my opinion, and on my mind frame, I would hope that a mother that's going to get ready to take her 10-year-old, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, whatever year old into the restroom, they would knock first and just busting in and bringing that little boy into the bathroom. I would hope so.
Pastor, what's your thought on it?
Ask the question again.
So, how do you feel about the bathroom situation? Would you want to see a male bathroom and a female bathroom, or would you rather see the one bathroom that just says everybody unisex?
So, truthfully, to be honest, in my at the hospital I work at, they have a bathroom that's just like it's a one person bathroom or whatever like that. Whereas though it got the male, the female, then the third sign, the other sign or whatever. So in that situation, I guess that's not the same conversation that we have right now. But in that situation, anybody can go in. This is a one person joint or whatever. So, but if we talking about like, because it's interesting you use the church first as an example, but we talk about that. I kind of agree with Toya. It's only going to be at that situation. So how How do I feel about it? I think it's a conflict of interest. Being that you have somebody that identify as a gender that they weren't born as, going into a bathroom. I think it's a conflict of interest.
I like to use the single bathroom. I don't like nobody knowing I'm pooping.
Why you say conflict of interest as far as the bathroom goes?
No, what I meant is so like just to use Kathy's example that she made, you know, saying when she wasn't sure whether or not she locked the door or whatever, and somebody bolted in. Just using that for example. If let's say she's a woman, of course she's a woman, but if somebody was coming in the bathroom that identified as a woman, then you know, her not knowing that might make her uncomfortable, and that would, you know, be the definition of conflict of interest.
I mean, I think we've all been into a restroom in the public eye where somebody may have not knocked and tried to bust in. But like with
Hey, Wims.
Six had asked about business standpoint. I think for a business standpoint, it's you just being political and just doing what everybody else is doing, you know, say for your business and putting those type of restrooms. But to be honest, those restrooms are only family restrooms. That's all they are. Those are the same family restrooms that we've had for years. They just now put multiple signs on it now, or multiple whatever men, women. I don't even know what the other sign is, but that's all it is now. It's a family restroom.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of places didn't have quote unquote family restrooms, but what about the riffraff that goes into those kind of restrooms? And I'm speaking from experience because my public place of having fun times was definitely like the JCPenney's in Columbia Mall. They had a family restroom, and I turned that place unfamily. But anyways, but what about all the kids who are just committing riffraff? So like, if it's just a restroom and nobody else is gonna go in and out, why your 17-year-old and his girlfriend can't just go there and make it a hotel?
What?
If you have a bathroom that locks and only one person is supposed to be there, and I'm a 16, 17-year-old and I got a girlfriend, I'm going to be like, hey, let's go in this bathroom. It locks and nobody can get into it.
What was the question?
Yeah, he's basically saying that with the family restrooms that people are taking advantage of them and using them for the purpose of sex and not using the bathroom. But I really think that you got some.
Well, I don't understand why you're looking like that. That could happen, and that is what happens.
That can happen anywhere, though. So that is their parents' fault. They raise better kids.
But if you had the standard male with 4 toilets and women with 4 toilets, if you walking in there and they're doing that,
people have had sex in stalls.
Yes. And I was going to say that too. Women have had sex in women's bathroom with a man, and a man has had sex with a woman in a man's bathroom. So if that's your purpose and intent, you're going to do it no matter what. So you shouldn't go into the store with that purpose and intent. That's bad parenting, as Toya said.
I blame your parents.
Okay.
But we do.
This is what I'm saying. Bathrooms have had locks on them forever. It's not just a new thing with family style bathrooms. You can go into the Giant by my house. Their bathroom has 4 stalls and there's a lock on the main door.
Okay. Never tried to lock those bathrooms, but it's okay.
So people that go to bathrooms with bad intent, that it's already they already are going in that bathroom with a bad intent, whether or not it is to do something harmful to someone or to do some kind of act that on a normal basis would be prohibited.
Something wrong with
But you know, like I said, you got people with all kind of sick thinking. So I don't put anything past people when they already got an intent of what they're going to do.
That's my point. That's my only point is that if somebody has a devious act that they want to do, that's not what's going to deter them. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Anybody else have any interesting questions going on
About the election? No.
No, we're
about
not talking
anything?
about the election. Well, Hutch put a post up. Did y'all see his post that was in the group?
The strawberry letter?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Hutch is a poet. No, I'm just playing.
I'll put up my post.
Hutch, did you share this in the group?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, he
Okay,
did.
forgive me, I can't figure out how to share right now. I can't. Do you want to go with the topic and then I read the letter after that?
Sure.
What's the topic?
Let me run through these comments.
That's what I was
To
asking.
be honest, my first run-in with the law was in high school at Mondawmin, where there y'all go.
Damn, me. I voted for your cousin.
That's them church boys. Wim said harmful intent is my concern. And then he said, Hutch, go next.
You already know.
All right, so the main topic was the braids, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so for those that don't know about it, I'm confused on if the teacher got fired or not, but there was a young male teacher who had his female students take his braids out. He went live while they were doing it. Then when people expressed concern about it, he doubled down on how he had a few of his best friends help him take his hair out because he had a busy day and a hair appointment. Where do you all stand? Wait a minute, before y'all answer, am I echoing to y'all?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Can I ask a question about this teacher though? I've seen many different pictures that people have posted of different teachers. But is there a reason why that is there a backstory to this and why he was doing this? Because it seems like he's like trying to make it seem like this is a safe space, and I just need to know what is his backstory and why did he go live?
I hate to talk because I'm echoing, but
You're not there.
he had, I think they were doing an interview or something in school. So he didn't take his braids out beforehand, and he had a hair appointment after school. So during the free time at the end of the day, which he gave them, it was not like they're not in elementary school and have free time. But he gave them, free time at the end and asked a few of his best friends to help him take his hair out for his appointment.
Are we sure that it was only girls?
It was only girls in the video.
Oh, I ain't seen the video.
Anybody want to kick it off? Anybody want to close it?
I can go any way I want me to go. I'm just
Anybody want to kick it off?
Kick what off?
Oh gosh, too many songs.
But you want me to give my opinion?
Yes.
I just want to know who want to kick it off for me. I don't care where I go.
I'll kick it off. I have two thoughts. I think it's wildly inappropriate. I don't see it acceptable for young girls to take out a male teacher's hair. I don't see it appropriate for males to take out a female teacher's hair. I don't see it appropriate for hair to be taken out at school. That's first and foremost. I do not, even if it is a child, I don't send my child to school to get her hair done. Now, if it's somebody, because somebody was like, well, I fix my student's hair, I think that's a different thing. And it's probably a little child whose hair you're fixing. But also, I just don't, I think that and I'm not going to go through. I watched the podcast where they went through and did the definition so that people wouldn't take offense to what they were saying. I'm not going through all that. Look up inappropriate. It falls under the definition of inappropriate. I think it's a very intimate thing. It's not a sexual thing, but that is very intimate. I don't need my child to have any type of intimate or friendly best friend, none of that relationships with their teachers. Do I think he needs to get fired? Maybe not. I think that there is space for things that have never happened to make rules. I think the problem is he probably didn't say, because I never heard of him saying it publicly, but he probably never said when the school got involved, hey, you know what? I didn't realize that I was doing something wrong. I apologize. That was wildly inappropriate. You're right. My bad. Can I make this better? He's standing 10 toes down. He's standing on business. And he like, now my kids sad and they texting me to tell me how upset they are. Again, inappropriate. So now I do think you should be fired because you keep making inappropriate decisions. So I take that part back. Now I'm done.
Okay, I guess I'll go next. Nobody wants to be the opener but the closer. Tori was the opener, so I'll go in the middle. All right. Inappropriate. 100% inappropriate. You remember those days, and it could be now because it happens now, when you never had your daughter, niece, or any female sit on another man's lap. I feel like this is the same thing. Why is this teacher having young ladies take his hair out? I don't care if it was an experiment. I don't care if it was for the live. I don't care what it was for. It was very inappropriate. Also, why is this teacher exchanging his number with the female? Oh, I'm not even saying female. With the students. Why do the students have his number? This is all around inappropriate. So what the things that he's doing on live, how do we know he's not doing other things that's not on live? You know what I'm saying? You are having this man have young ladies, even if it was young men, you are having teachers. Those boundaries, those lines have been crossed. They cannot be your best friends. How are you grading your best friends test? How are you teaching your best friends? How are you the teacher? You're the adult in the room. How are you this person of authority figure? You cannot play both sides. You can't be the teacher, and then if they do something wrong, how are you going to discipline them students as well? This situation is all in all very inappropriate. Should he have been fired? I'm not going to say he should have been fired or not fired. Maybe a suspension. But this situation is it doesn't look good at all. It doesn't look good. And you're talking about my best friends are sad. It don't look good at all. I'm not going to. If anybody agrees that it was okay for him to do this, no. A young man, even a young man cutting a teacher's hair, that's still inappropriate. A young lady taking a female teacher's hair out is still inappropriate. I'm not, just like Toya said, I'm not sending my child to school to do that unless my child is in cosmetology or hair or braiding or barbering. If that's their trade, now we're talking about something different. But most of the time, the mannequins are what you practice on, and your peers, your students, your other students peers or what you practice on. All that he had going on live, it's like he was at the house chilling, like, you know what I'm saying, just laid back, like, yeah, baby girl, take my hair out. It was like he was grooming them. That's my take.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give my take. Oh, go ahead, Pastor. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I was gonna give the okay to go ahead and start the Amen corner because Toya and Hutch has said everything that need to be said on that situation. It's completely inappropriate, and I like the reference and the analogy that Hutch used when he was saying like it would be inappropriate when you didn't just have young ladies sitting on the guy's laps or whatever like that. That was a great analogy, a great example. But yeah, it was completely inappropriate, and I don't want to jump out on a limb and say the guy should be fired, but it was definitely inappropriate, and it should be some guidelines, in that nature.
Well, speaking of, Wims just sent the video out with the whole situation, which was kind of interesting. I didn't get to hear the whole thing because we were actually on the show, so. But I personally, my dog in the fight might be different than y'all's, but I don't really feel like it's super inappropriate or anything like that. I don't even know why he was going live. Don't know why that was. But I can understand if it's the last 10 minutes at school and the kids ain't doing nothing. Yes, sir.
You have children?
Yes. Older children.
You have a daughter?
Yes.
So by what you just said, you're telling me that you'd be okay if your daughter went to school and she was taking out the teacher's hair and she had
at 13 or 14, not the age she is now.
Well, let's say that, hold on before you answer that. Let's say that the age she is now, and an older gentleman, 40, 50, 60.
One of her officers in the Navy or something. 40,
50, 60 was like, hey, I need you to do this for me. Like
I don't think that's not
sugar. Looks like it's some type of sugar daddy type some situation. It might not.
I don't think
it might not be the
situation.
case. Hold on, it might not be the case. What that teacher was doing is called grooming, and it might not seem like that way to you, or as you say, your dog in the fight, but it is grooming because he won. Let's go ahead and take my hair out.
Hey, Patrick.
He has their phone numbers. He's texting them. Why?
Well, that might be weird.
Two inappropriate type situations.
Wait a minute, Hutch. What does Shamika think about it? Because even you just said that might be weird, and you also started this with I don't have a dog in the fight. So I don't think you are looking at it as parents like we are.
No, I'm probably not. I just look at it as taking somebody's hair out.
Well, don't look at it as parents. How about you look at it as a grown-ass man being in a situation with young women, and they are putting the boundaries, the lines were crossed. They were putting their hands on him. Ain't no way in hell that those students should have been putting their hands on no type of teacher. If a student cannot smack a teacher because they're going to jail, because we have a video of that now surfing on the internet where a student smacked a teacher, not on one side, but the other as well, and he is being charged. So as that is wrong as hell, it is wrong for them girls to be putting their hands on that goddamn teacher's head. That is grooming.
I would just like to say I had the same reaction Patrick had. I'm just gonna whip ass and go ahead and take my mug shot, cause it's too much. Randy said even if it's innocent, everybody else isn't. So he's making them comfortable with these types of relationships with adults. That's the other thing I was thinking. I'm not going to necessarily say he's grooming these kids, but what he is doing is, because even he could have, I've had male teachers, and I want to address that, having male teachers. He could really have the best intent, really care for these kids. But what you also do is set them up to think that they can do these things for adults and it's okay, and they're going to run across the wrong person who is willing to take advantage of that. When I was in high school, we had a lot of young male teachers. One in particular, to this day, if given the opportunity, I was trying to knock that down. I have not changed my mind at 40. I know at 40 it was horribly wrong. And I see the boundaries that those teachers set in between all of us. I wish we would have asked to take one of their hair out. They'd have been like, you need to go to the principal because you lost your mind.
I mean, y'all look at it from a different point of view. My daughter. No, see, there you go with the extra. But anyway, my daughter at a younger age was working in the salon.
That's not the same thing.
Keyword.
No.
Working in a salon. She was not at school with another grown adult and of the opposite sex as well. She was in a working environment.
If you work in a salon, you might have to put your hair.
Stop. We getting away. Hold on. We getting away from the real subject, because I think we got away from it when Hutch was like, what if he was older? Stop that. I'm gonna go back to the original question. You have a daughter. You're a girl dad. Your daughter is at school in this situation that we're talking about right now. Are you okay with your daughter, doing the teacher's hair and her having the teacher's phone number? That's what I'm asking you.
He said it's a little.
I'm not okay with the phone number, but playing in somebody's hair, I don't have a problem with. And if it was a girl the same age doing a boy's hair in the school, would that still be the same issue?
The first thing I said was don't nobody need to be doing nobody hair in school. And I thought that since I was a student. This is not.
I mean, I'm a product of getting my hair done. I'm a product of getting my hair done.
And I think the staff should be like, no.
But that don't compare a student of a peer. Their peer.
Because also a girl that age is probably out fucking a boy that age. Is it okay for her to fuck her teacher?
I wasn't even paying attention.
That's the comparison you made.
No.
Because it's okay for her to do it with somebody her age. It's okay for her to do it with the teacher.
So my opinion is my opinion. I'm fine with it. It don't matter.
I'm glad that's your opinion, but at the end of the day, so
right, going to her job and that school are two different things. But we can switch subjects because at this point,
I don't want to switch subjects. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I just want to say this one last thing because I work alongside many students, whether it be on my own company, whether it be at a group home, and I've been dealing with children in the school environment for many years now. I had a situation one time where with my company, a young lady was going for picture day. And one of my drivers, which is a female, stopped at a store to get her hair right. I had no problem with that because she was going to go to picture day and she came out the house looking crazy. I have many students that come out the house looking crazy that get on the vans who might not have eaten or who have not ate, however you want to say it. And some of the drivers take care of that situation. I have no problem with that. But what I do have a problem with, when you work along some children in a group home that I do work for sometimes, you have children that's been molested. You have children that's been prostituted by their own parents. You have children that's been through the most by their own parents. But then to go to school, and some of them young ladies might not understand mentally that that's wrong, what's going on. And we have a lot of kids that are going through situations where it starts with the teacher outside of the home, but it also starts with the teacher. The teacher is now touching them. Their uncle is touching them. Their brothers is touching them. So I understand what you standing on. You standing on what you said. Cool. And I understand that this guy is standing on business, but at this time, business is standing on that man because it makes it look bad. Even though he might say this is a safe space, this is a friendly environment. What we got, with the children that we got going through these days, a lot of these children are mentally fucked up, and it came from the house. Then they go to school and they get a teacher like this who makes it seem like it's okay, comfortable. And he might be innocent and all right. He might be innocent, and it may not been something that he was intentionally doing. Fine, okay. But for the next person that lets them ladies play in his hair or their hair, maybe fucking them young ladies. So that's my issue with the whole situation. A lot of these kids out here fucked up, and the system is dragging their ass, and they have been through so much craziness that man right there, that's not a good example, man. So I understand your standpoint, and you can have that standpoint. But when it comes to these kids and being in environments where grown people are doing the wrong things to them, that shit ain't cool, man. That shit bothers me because I see this type of stuff all the time. I'm sure we have all seen it. I'm sure we have all heard of stories of young ladies who are now adults who've been touched and molested by their own family members, by their teachers, by priests, by pastors, by cousins, by their brothers, and nobody gives a damn about them. But this man is talking about my best friends are sad. No, fuck that. He is inappropriate in his actions. I'm not going to say he should have been fired, but he needs some heavy training. There's boundaries have been crossed, the lines have been crossed, and he should have never, ever been doing that shit.
The other thing I will say on the flip side is you also got to make decisions that cover your own ass, because you could be doing things that you feel are completely harmless. And to Hutch's point, you never know what like these kids are going through. There was an incident one time at a group home where and they probably shouldn't have done it. It makes no sense to me. I get why they did it. They were traveling, and the young lady wouldn't put her seatbelt on. They can't pull off until she has her seatbelt on. So the driver went to put her seatbelt on, and she said he felt on her. So sometimes as an adult, you also have to be smart enough not to put yourself in situations. And at 27, you should know better.
If there was not a rule in place, they should probably put a rule in place.
Randy said he also wasn't responsible and put that ownership on them. Push the appointment back or take it out during the lunch break. I agree. Like none of the excuses were going to work for me. You reschedule your appointment. I know how hard it can be to reschedule appointments, but between knowing that you had the camera crew coming and all that, you probably had time to reschedule your appointment or say, I can't do the camera thing, like anything, but kids come take. What if it was a busy school day? What if you didn't have the chance to do the free day? It makes me feel like you gave them a free couple minutes to get your hair taken out.
Can I just make one last point about this, and then we can move on? All I wanted to do is kind of say a little bit what you said, Toya. Maybe the teacher himself, his training and his boundaries, he wasn't, brought up to understand that there are fine lines between adults and children. And part of that maybe not making an excuse for him, but I really would be curious as to whether or not he even knows what boundaries look like, because apparently he did not know what boundaries look like. And that's to me, that's another cycle that needs to kind of be addressed, because you got a lot of adults that themselves were raised by children. And so they don't even have the mentality of an adult. Even though they have the body of an adult, their mindset and their mentality, and the way that they carry themselves is not of adults.
Right. Patrick said, at least get the parents' permission. And I'm going to write back on that flip. Fuck no. That's my answer. But that is a way to cover yourself. Like, he's a little touched for me because I feel like he's not making the smartest decisions for himself. I ended up changing my mind and saying the man should be fired. Does anybody want to read Hutch's letter that's not echoing?
I don't have it pulled up.
You echoing.
Did
Me
you say-
and you might want to take a break.
Did you say I'm echoing?
Do y'all hear echo from her?
No.
Just me?
I know.
I'm gonna stop talking then, because
I don't really hear echo from you.
I'm hearing a horrible. So it must just be me, but I'm hearing a bad echo.
Is it going on now?
Read it.
Hold on. Let me find it.
If not, everybody gotta go on mute. Look around, everybody on mute. Just me and my crew. Me and my energy.
All right.
Don't echo.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
All right. So my baby daddy and I was together for 4 years. He cheated and has a son now. His mom passed away a week after I found out about the cheating and the baby. I went to the funeral and sat in the front with him and everything. I thought that meant we were back together, but he still was dealing with that bitch. So when his mother's ashes came to the house, I threw it in the trash. I felt bad because we had sex that same night. So I took the dust from the vacuum and put it in the bag. I knew he was going to open it because he was so messed up emotionally. Fast forward a year later, we are back together and he has full custody of his son. We are a family. I still feel bad sometimes, and recently he talked about spreading her ashes. I told him that he shouldn't do it yet and wait until like the 20th year anniversary of her death. Should I tell him? Well, damn.
You gotta take that to the grave.
Let me tell you, she dumb. She dumb for a whole bunch of reasons. First of all, you done had a long time to get replacement ashes that don't come from a vacuum. I didn't, when you sent this to us, I didn't want to Google it because I'm a firm believer on Google searches messing people up. And I was like, let me just chill on that one. But I feel like she could have found a new set of ashes by now and replaced it, and it wouldn't be an issue.
Should have burned up some paper.
She also dumb because she thought because she went to that funeral and sat on the front row that everything was back good. That's not how that works. That's my take.
Somewhere I got lost up in the sauce, and all I know is there's some ashes that somebody replaced with from the vacuum cleaner. I don't care about any of that.
If she did it, that's all.
No, hell no. You take that to the grave. You take that to the grave because that's something that's gonna fuck some shit up for real. So I'm definitely the person that's definitely taking a lot to the grave.
Yeah,
I think the concern is she knows when he opens it, it's not gonna look like ashes.
Who knows what ashes really look like?
Oh, you know what ashes look like, and you know what dirt particles look like, and he gonna see a piece of lint in his mother ashes, he gonna automatically know, or a few pieces of lint.
Right. You
Um,
know what's in the vacuum cleaner. You have to know that don't look like ashes.
I mean, I ain't never
You
seen
don't.
ashes before.
But I
It's
have.
common sense. You have seen ashes. You may not have seen body ashes, but you've seen ashes, and you know something burnt doesn't look like what comes out of a vacuum cleaner.
True,
Hey,
but
throw it in the water.
I've had ashes. I've had a bag of ashes. I had several small containers of ashes. And if you're smart enough and you remove like the hair particles or whatever you might have when you vacuum, if you're smart enough, you can get away with it. But if you're stupid and that man opens that container, but see, I don't know why the hell would I open up the container. Now, for me, I had extra ashes that didn't fill the little containers in my big urn that I have. So I saw them, but I wasn't like, oh, let me look in here and see if I can see my father's eyeball. I didn't look no shit like that. You know what
But
I'm
I
saying?
mean, I guess to like get to shut up.
I'm just saying, like I didn't look at it bad. I didn't look at it like that. I was just like,
Like,
let me get this shit over here to Curacao. Hurry up and
to
get rid of
what
it. That's what happened.
to the point of what you saying, like when my grandmother died, my uncle has her ashes, and the plan is for everybody to get some. So you will open it and see it. And if he wants to spread her ashes, he will open it. In any other case, you probably wouldn't open it up.
Right.
Because I have ashes in my house right now that I have not, they sitting in the box that they came in. And I bet the person who owned them don't know where they at.
Have you opened it?
No, because we're not spreading it. So I'm with Touch. Like we're not looking in it. Patrick said she's gonna be ashes.
Yeah.
I would definitely, like you said, I do think that if she sifted through it properly, maybe. But like Six said, I have not seen the actual ashes in my house, so I don't know. But I believe that you can go on Amazon and find something to put in that container. That because I know what I vacuum everything. So if you open my it's in there, a hairpin.
Thinking about that now that you said that you can go on Amazon, because you go on Amazon and get anything. I don't give a goddamn what it is. I would have got kitty litter. That's what I would have done. But just like Six said, I'm going to be buried with that secret. And when it came time to spread those ashes, I'd have been like, "Oh baby, it's okay. Let me do it for you." I'd have put on the biggest show known to mankind. I would have put on that show.
Well, Pastor, I got a question. If we are buried with that secret, can we still go to heaven? It's just a secret.
So the pastor is not going to be able to tell you who's going to heaven and who's not. But as far as going with the secret, that was an interesting segue that you had. You know, just hey, Pastor, will I be able to go with the secret?
I'm just saying.
I mean, I kind of do want to hear your answer on that because I every time Six asks about going to heaven, I give the same answer.
Which is
that you go to heaven based on your salvation.
I mean, it's not a sin though.
Did you? So my question is, and not to, now I do. There is I said this to you at the top of the show. When you know better, you are charged to do better. Because the goal of being a Christian is to be Christ-like. So, in order to, part of your salvation is wanting to do better. But none of us are perfect, so we will all die having done something wrong.
I think I'm gonna go with that little white lie.
I don't want to say it's not a sin because, well, one, I don't know. People, I have a different opinion on lying people be like, you can lie by omission. If you didn't ask me the question, then I didn't lie to you. If you did not say, did you replace my mother ashes? I didn't lie. You didn't even ask me the question. But some people might consider that a lie. Lying is a sin. But if I walk out here, if I lie to you right now and walk out here and get hit by a car and die, I'm going to heaven. I know Jesus has a place for me. So, you gonna walk away while I'm trying to save your soul?
I'm listening. I'm trying to see something.
And we ain't gonna save your soul every week. We gonna Pastor gonna get you a scripture to accept Christ in your life, and then we done. We ain't gonna keep making church topics based on you. And I say that full of love. Are we done with that one? Because I had a question that I put in the group, and I don't think anybody gonna give me a real answer here. So I will ask what y'all think most people want. But I don't know if any of y'all watched Gerard Carmichael reality show.
I heard about it.
I suggest you don't. I'm watching it. I'm not gonna say I suggest you don't. He's a horrible person, but it's an entertaining watch for me. But the part that I had questioned in the group was, wait a minute, let me see what this question is. How can you live with yourself knowing you did something to that man's mother and you see him taking to vacuum lint in the jar? Patrick, there's a lot of stuff I can live with myself with. I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of things people be out here doing and they go to sleep at night and sleep peacefully. So you probably tonight cheated on me and had a baby and trusted me with your mama ashes. Get them delivered somewhere else, because you should expect spite. Even if it doesn't happen, expect it. This is what I mean about covering your own ass. Think. I wouldn't. Here's the thing. We talking about ashes. Wouldn't trust that girl with my child. She probably pinching that baby every chance she gets. But I digress. I was watching the Carmichael show, and I don't know if anyone knows. I don't know if y'all know who this man is, but he's a gay, and quite often cheats on his boyfriend. And the boyfriend finally asked him, because I think he was offering him an open relationship, and he says, is it that you really want an open relationship, or that you really want to have this transgression? And I took that as, do you want to be open where we can sleep with other people and it's fine, or do you want to be able to cheat and not feel bad about it, or me not get upset about it? So the question is, do you think people, when people say they want open relationships, do they really want it, or do they really just want to cheat without consequences? Well, he is. Anybody besides that?
I had a question about the show for you, though.
I had a question. No, you can answer my question first. How you going? How you gonna say, yeah, screw your question. I got other questions.
I got a question about the show.
So, do y'all think that?
I said he didn't answer first.
I think it's the latter, cheat without consequence.
I ain't hear you, Pastor.
I think it's the latter, cheat without consequence.
That's what I think. I think definitely for Gerard, I think that's the thing. But I think that is what a lot of people want, because as soon as you, especially, no offense to y'all gender folk, but when you mention open relationship or threesome, men are like, it can be with a woman. So it's really only about
Who is
that's a threesome. But like if you ask about cheating, they like if you ask about an open relationship, a lot of men don't want their woman to go out and sleep with somebody else or their partner if they're gay. But
But
still
if you're
want
in
to
that
be
kind of lifestyle, they'll okay with it.
that's the difference. And that's what I think the reason I asked about us to stop talking about that lifestyle is because everybody who says it doesn't want that lifestyle. They really just want to cheat. Because the lifestyle goes both ways. It's not just he can go out and sleep with somebody or he can have a relationship. She can too. So hypothetically, DJ Six,
What's up?
you wouldn't be okay if you.
No, I would not.
Okay.
I'm selfish. I'm not gonna lie. I would not be okay with my wife going out to see somebody else and da 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 da. And I will say my selfish self would probably be like, hell yeah. But I think I would look at it as a fulfillment. If a person is made up of 100%, and you know that person is giving you 75%, I'm selfish like that. So I want somebody else to give me that other 25 so I can have my full 100. I'm sorry.
Patrick, they're going to come home with bed bugs and some other STDs and STIs as well. Yes, Pastor.
So listen. First off, I always had an issue with open and relationship in the same sentence because I don't think they should go in the same sentence. That's just my opinion. You know, everybody do your thing, but that's like saying you want a car that's paid off and a car that's leased at the same time. Either you're gonna have one or the other. So either you're gonna be dating whoever or you're gonna be in a relationship. Open and relationship shouldn't be in the same sentence. That's just my thoughts.
But you can't have a car that's leased and a car that's paid off.
If you have two cars.
I mean, you
I just
can.
laughed because you got what I was trying to say.
I was gonna say that 6, but
I thought he was going to say something else. I thought he was going to say a new car that's paid off. I was going to say you can't have that in one car.
I think they just find it as an excuse to cheat. That's just my opinion too.
Cars aren't people.
I skipped the cars aren't people.
I guess when you put it as what the topic is saying or the question is saying, I mean, if you're in an open relationship, I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's an excuse for cheating because if we agree to be in an open relationship, and if you're in that lifestyle, whether it be poly or one of them what do you call them group things, whatever that's I forgot what that's called. Whatever the case may be, if you're living those type of lifestyle,
Thruple?
Not a bro.
I said thruple.
No.
Like
What's the one? What's the one when you can go when you go into the parties and
Swingers?
yeah, your thing. So if you're a swinger, if you're poly, sister wives, if you're living that type of lifestyle, it is what it is, right? But if you and your partner say, hey, we're gonna have an open relationship, that means that we're open on both sides. So it's really not cheating because we're open on both sides. We have now stated that we are open on both sides and we are living this lifestyle. Now, if you decide to say, okay, I'm in a situationship and I don't tell the other person that I'm living my life, that's something different. But I feel like when you're in an open relationship, both sides know. So it's really not cheating because we both know we're just not committed and this is what we're going to be doing. And we're living this, whether it be poly or swingers or whatever it may be.
So what happened on the show was that Carmichael, I think, I don't know who offered it, the open relationship, but it was because Carmichael consistently cheats. So he went out to cheat one day, and when he came home, the boyfriend was like, "Oh, I had sex with somebody," and Carmichael was kind of upset. So the partner was like, "Is it that you want an open relationship, or basically you want to be able to do that and not me?"
Have you been watching the whole show?
No, I'm a couple episodes in.
Did you see the Tyler the Creator part yet?
That's like the first episode.
Oh, I didn't see it, but I heard about it. I heard it was funny.
It is, but I don't really know who Tyler the Creator is, so it was just a random dude he was talking to me.
He's a
Patrick
rapper.
said, so what happens if he or she falls in love with the other person and drops you out of the whole relationship? How do you feel about that?
Well, that's poly or.
That's why I ain't doing it.
Again,
By chance.
I ain't even doing a threesome. I don't want you to like that bitch better than me.
Right. So again, that's like, you know, if you're in an open relationship, you still have room to say, okay, I've chosen to now. That could happen in anything. That could be in a marriage. That could be in a regular relationship.
True. That could be anything and not cheating.
Right.
I've seen people say they fell in love with somebody else that they ain't slept with.
That too. So
it don't work for me, but whatever.
At the end of the day, you know,
you like it, I love it.
We can all. I guess in life we have choices, right? So if you decide to choose option A over option B, it is what it is. And if down the road option C looks a little bit better than B and A, then it is what it is. We have choices. That's why we have a lot of people out here who've been divorced, married, divorced, divorced again, married. Because we are just those type of, you know, that's how life works sometimes. You just don't know what you want. Indecisive people. You know what I'm saying? So, but on the open relationship note, if you are open, once again, if you are open as a group, as a couple, and you decide I'm going to be open, that means that on this day I'm going to be doing me, on that day you're going to be doing you, but we both know what's happening. That's right, Mimi.
Yeah. I got a question. Pastor.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever went to like someplace, let's say you went to Popeyes for a chicken sandwich and then went to McDonald's for French fries? Have you ever done that? Hold on.
I hope he's bringing this full circle.
Popeyes together.
What did you say?
If I go get a Popeyes chicken sandwich, I'm gonna get the fries from Popeyes.
Okay. Hush, what about you? Hold up.
On DoorDash, yes.
Okay. Miss Jones, have you?
Miss Jones.
I know she has, so I'm not even going to ask her. Anyway, Miss Toya, have you?
I will go to Pizza Hut to get a personal pan pizza, drive next door to get fries from Wendy's, and Taco Bell to get my soda.
All right. So I want y'all to look at yourself real close. If you're likely to do that, you're likely to do the same thing that we're asking about. It's a difference. Pastor just goes to one store and he gets what he wants from there. He's not greedy like that. Everybody else, we go to multiple stores and be like, yo, this chicken sandwich.
Let me run this comment back. Let me run this comment back.
Thing.
That is so not true.
Randy, can you type in food or not? Food is not people. Like, because
it's not that. It's a way of thinking. It's a way of thinking.
Randy didn't run it back. He just said that is a horrible analogy.
That is not a horrible analogy. It's a way of thinking. It's too deep for you.
I thought about this. He went to the bathroom, was like.
But listen, he was in there like, oh, I got it.
I got it.
He came in hot. You went to McDonald's, got a Big Mac. You went to Wendy's, got some of that sea salt fries, and you went to
It's a
Taco
way
Bell,
of thinking, yo.
and you got your sauce.
It's a way of thinking.
It feels like an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
It's not the same.
So is that an
If
excuse
you
to
have
be
the
fat?
gene that do that, it's in your bloodstream.
That is not true. That is not true.
Hold on. So 6 is in your bloodstream to have options.
I mean, I said that. Not. I mean, I can take it to the numbers.
Jammed up. About to get his ass jammed up, y'all.
I'm not about to get jammed up.
Right.
See,
When he's not going to
you
do
have
so
to
next
go
week
to
because
a
he's going to
higher level of thinking. Like this, it's a higher level. If I'm a 100% person, and this person can only satisfy me 75 whatever percent, my body is going to yearn for the other percentage somewhere. And the way if my person was to go out and do whatever, that's just going to make their percentage go lower. So then
Patrick said, y'all just sound hungry and sad. Randy said, people aren't restaurants aren't people. He thought he ate. He did. He like that teacher. He's standing on his business.
I'm just saying. It's okay if people don't want to talk about it.
So, 6, I'm gonna say this to you. I think your 80-20 analogy, where it falls short, is not that because somebody is lacking. Because here's the thing. You already admitted you don't want your partner to go be with somebody else. So you're saying you prefer to be fulfilled and fuck how she feels. Is that what I'm getting? So I can call her and let her hear it right now?
I mean, that is me being my selfish self, but we don't do it because don't.
This is 1 minute and 26, an hour and 26 minutes, so that we can run this back to Shamika.
That's fine. She knows the show.
But okay, so I just wanted to be clear on the fact that you don't give a fuck about where you, because I'm pretty sure if your partner is lacking and not fulfilling you 100%, you are definitely not fulfilling your partner 100%.
So maybe that ain't the right partner. Maybe you gotta get the 100% partner.
The problem with that analogy is nobody is going to meet your 100% needs.
You never know that.
And well, good luck.
I mean, I'm just giving out an example.
It's not that you are supposed to go find somebody to fill in the gap, but it's that you work on the areas that are weak.
Who work on areas is weak?
We just go get other people.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. Gina didn't care when Martin was doing the radio show.
Facts. COE, content over everything.
Alan, all right, content over your marriage? Because I don't think anybody on the screen taking you in. Not a soul. Alan said you can't put someone on blast for their show perspective.
Shout out to the hangman. Shout out to the hangman.
That stays in the show. It's staying in the show. I'm going to tell his wife to watch the show.
Shout out to the hangman.
Thank you for finishing that, Patrick.
I mean, I heard that, but you know.
But that's an interesting. I don't knock you for your take. I'm sorry. I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying that.
Oh, I'm not being knocked.
You are a very selfish person for that particular thought process.
But there's definitely a reason why you don't do it. But I'm just saying, if a lot of people was being real, I feel like they would admit the truth. But I mean, I get it. People on the show, people are here and there. They don't want to admit the shit. But
oh shit!
I think everybody being real.
Oh shit! You married?
I don't think everybody's being real.
Who Who you calling out? Because I am saying that
I ain't calling nobody
I'm
out.
saying I do agree. It's impossible to please somebody 100%. I think where the logic is skewed is go out and find somebody to get up to 100. Because here's the reality:
I'm back in time, y'all. Sophia home now.
they gonna
Sophia
get on
home.
your nerves too. At
What'd you say?
some point, they gonna get on your nerves.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, if unconsciously you made the decision to say, I can only go to one place, you don't have that gene in you. If you unconsciously made the decision to be like, yeah, I can go here and there, it's in you. You just don't want to admit it.
I think that is a flawed logic.
It's not about food. It's not about food. Like I give you a prime.
Let me finish.
Look at Randy.
Let me finish. It's a flawed logic because that is the case with everything. We go get clothes from different stores. About everything that we do. But in your relationship, if that's something you want to negotiate in your relationship, that's an open marriage. The problem is you are selfish because you believe it only applies to you. That's my problem.
It only applies to me. I'm not selfish.
You said you don't want her to be with somebody else.
I'm selfish, but no. But I'm just telling you a thought pattern, and I'll give you a prime example. It's sometimes it's just about how you think. I am an IT, right? I went to a job interview. The lady said, how would you make a sandwich? I told her step by step what I would do to make a sandwich. She was like, cool. I just wanted to see how your thoughts work. Because some people might just be like, hey, I put meat and cheese on a piece of bread. Well, obviously you're not in your schema, you're not detail oriented.
That might be how somebody make a sandwich though.
Well,
like, I mean, no BS. Me and Marlon make sandwiches 2 different ways. Marlon will go put some mustard and some turkey breast on his sandwich. I'm going to have, if I buy it and make it for him, he will have tomatoes. But I'm like, 2 slices of bread, spread the mustard, put lettuce on it, put tomatoes on it, put 1 layer of lunch meat, 1 layer of cheese, 1 layer of this, 1 layer of that, then put the other side of bread. Marlon really just gonna go in there and put meat and mustard on his sandwich and sit down.
Well, he might not got that job. What? Hold on. Why you didn't read that comment?
Man, there's a lot of these comments, boy.
No,
I can't. It was a whole bunch that came up. Heyman called me foul because I said I was gonna tell Shamika to watch the show. Stop clicking on it if I'm reading them. Randy said, I didn't. I went back to the top.
All right, go ahead.
Randy said, let's be totally clear. Plenty of people think that way. I think he's saying what you said. Patrick said, if you get 75% and you're not getting the other 25%, you're not happy, just leave and find your 100%.
So Patrick therefore, there is 100%.
Huh?
There is 100% for some people.
I'm saying go find it. And good luck. And that piss pool of dating that's out there. Randy said, Pastor said, get me out of here.
He did leave real quick.
He did. Patrick said that's because she didn't want to do the interview. She wanted to eat.
Wait a minute. I got my hand up again.
She wanted to say
that was just a small part of the interview.
So,
go ahead, Pastor.
Real quick, what we're hearing here is if you have we heard that said if you're giving 75 and you're not getting the 25, go out and get the 25. We've heard that from one person. Then we've heard from another person, if you're not getting, if you're missing some of the piece of the pie, just go out and get the whole 100. One thing I can say, being married a long time, sometimes if you're not getting the full of what you feel you're supposed to be getting, sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and look at yourself. Because if
preacher,
just from the man point of view, because I'm a man, and I only speak on the man. If you're not doing what you can to be sensitive to your wife, then and you're pushing her to not give you the 100%, then you would have to figure out what you're doing wrong so that you're not getting that 100%. And in that case, it wouldn't be on her, it'd be on you.
We've gotten so far off topic, I totally forgot what the topic was.
I don't think we did, to be honest.
What I got was.
I forgot what the topic is. Yeah.
The question was about: do you want an open relationship or just to cheat?
What I got was, I feel like Six is being 100% in his truth about how he feels, and I feel like and he states that people in marriages and relationships, I'm not gonna say anybody here in this group.
Now, he called us liars, so I feel like he.
Okay, well, he said the people in this group. Well, I'm
right.
not married,
so I feel like he could.
He said that people ain't being real and 100%, and he is being 100% about this is what it is. Everybody ain't 100% with their shit.
Let me read these. Randy said, once you find 100%, I guarantee she'll walk right past you, because why would a perfect person want to deal with your flaws?
Bam. Go to the next one.
Patrick said, take responsibility for your own actions.
Bam.
Randy said, show Six is hilarious. I think my husband agrees.
He is funny.
And my husband would have spelled it differently though.
But I mean, so when we talk about the 100% person, it doesn't really mean that they might be 100% to the rest of the world. They can be 100% to you. And
I get that, but I think the point is, if you literally find the person that you think is perfect, do you think you're perfect?
I might be their perfect.
Okay.
But I mean, I feel like we're taking this literal. Like,
the question, it wasn't a figurative question. The question was literally, what do you think on these topics? So we're not
okay. I mean, we are a thought, yes. But I mean, it is what it is.
But I'm sorry. I know I get aggressive with it. I respect if that's how you feel. I'm just saying you are selfish. But you admitted that.
I did say I would be selfish, yes.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm just agreeing with you. I don't understand why we're going back and forth if I'm agreeing with you. I think you are 100% right.
I'm just joking. But I do think there's a lot of people faking. I ain't say you.
Mimi said who faking.
What'd you say?
Mimi said who faking. That's why she was doing this. That's why
I ain't gonna say Mimi knows who faking, but maybe Mimi knows who's faking. I'm just playing.
Who are you calling out?
It's not just me.
It sounds like you're taking a shot. Now, if you're gonna load that clip, please believe I will bust these guns.
We know.
And
but anyway,
I'm not Michelle Obama.
We got people on the comments too.
I'll go all the way to hell.
I know you will. Let's pray for, please.
Let me see. What did I miss? Okay, I got all the comments. Whew.
Oh, my Lord.
Hey, Six, that was a good topic, bro.
That was my topic.
That topic.
I'm sorry, Toya, that was a good topic.
That's what I say now. I don't want to be an asshole, but I'm the one watching this crazy show.
Yes, indeed.
We
are calling them out.
I got a different show since we on TV. 6 and Toya Takes TV. What's going on BMF? Because I decided I'm probably not gonna watch it.
It's over.
Oh.
The Shy is back.
I'm feeling episode 3. Listen, the first episode of The Shy was better than any of those episodes I watched on BMF this season.
Hold on. Let me say something about BMF. The biggest takeaway from BMF last episode was the fact that old girl got that divorce, went to Dr. Maurice or whatever. He hit that, and then he was like, I got a fiance for 2 years. So basically, she got fucked over. He fucked over. Her whole marriage is gone. And you know what? When you fuck up, a lot of times people just be like, the Lord want me to be by myself and stuff like that. But yeah, she fucked up.
That's what she should have did.
Look greener on the other side.
Did she get a divorce because of the doctor, or did she get a divorce because her husband was a whore who didn't want to take money from their son?
It was a combination of both.
And why he
Because
gotta be a whore? He only cheated with one person. It's a relationship.
So he was living a life like 6. He wanted.
No, let's not say that. That's not what I'm saying.
He want.
That's not what I'm
He wanted to
saying.
be open, and he wanted his wife to be faithful to him.
Let's not put the rumor in the air.
Sophia home now. This is what y'all wanted.
I think
Sophia's home.
I think the mistake would be, now I ain't watch it clearly because I ain't know it was the season finale.
Woo!
I think the mistake is if she left her husband for that man. She should have left her husband
Because she was living
regardless.
in that money.
She should have left him regardless, but she should not have wanted to jump out. Now, listen, I ain't saying people gotta be single. Like, if you find the right person, go ahead and move on. But sometimes you do need to spend time with yourself before you just hop into another relationship. So I feel like it's not fair to the fiance, but I really ain't care that he had a fiance. She needed to get fucked and go move on. That's what she needed to do.
Yo, I would say this. Ever since she started
dating,
dating Dr. Maurice, I ain't seen that Wendy's outfit on since then.
So my brother had Trevor had a post that was like, why would she think he want her because she work at Wendy's? Now I was like, oh, I know my brother ain't answer yes to this, but right. I said, because there was a whole bunch of dudes in the group, like a woman won't date a guy who work at McDonald's, but a man would. So why would it be unreasonable for her to think that he would want her?
Well, maybe if you get him young, you could train him.
Because I think the only person in the group who was like, I remember the post specifically, and the only person who said they would not date a cashier at McDonald's was Tobias. And he was like, my child works at a fast food restaurant, so I want to know why you doing the same thing my high schooler doing. Everybody else was like, oh, I would do it. And I was like, bullshit.
Damn, we about to go over time because I got a new show that I watched, but I ain't gonna talk about it.
What?
Yeah,
I got a new show that I'm watching.
I'm glad Lucille got that motherfucker tied her face.
Patrick, it's TV time.
Yo, I am
Randy.
too. I don't know why.
Randy, tell Patrick about this comment right here.
I feel like what Pastor said, the grass is not always greener on the other side. And I mean, yeah, Charles cheated, but when he realized that the grass wasn't also green on the other side for him, he wanted to make up and do all the things in the house and do all the things to make his marriage work. And Lucille wanted to be, hey, I'm about to be a city girl. And guess what? City boys get him good. The city boys got him. City boys got him. Fucking Dr. Maurice played in her
I
face.
think she should have divorced him regardless. I think she should have fucked that man regardless. And I feel sorry for his fiance because her fiance cheated on her. But she needed to leave that marriage and she needed to go ahead and,
We left something out there.
let somebody hit the close up.
We'll left something out of the story, out of the equation. We'll sit and say, I think she should have left him. But we won't say we think that he should have left her when he kept telling her that he wanted something at nighttime and she was ignoring him.
I mean, then I leave over cheating.
City boys are up.
I don't see it. I'm not saying I do think that leaving somebody because they don't want to have sex. Because here's the thing. Because we always talk about when women don't want to have sex with men. But nobody wants to admit that men don't always want to have sex and that men will say no.
Wait. Before you go
women start leaving men when they say no?
Wait a minute, Toya. Before you go there, that wasn't the situation on the show. That's
They just use their roses.
I know that wasn't the situation on the show, but you saying nobody said that he should leave her when she was saying no.
Because
and
that was the situation. She didn't give it to him.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That, on the show,
I,
that's what happened.
So I pivoted to a new question. When men, because nobody, I know nobody, as Six would say, I know nobody gonna be honest here and say that they never feel like it. They are. I know all of y'all hard as a rock, 24/7, always ready to give it. So this doesn't apply to y'all. It don't apply to Randy, Patrick, or Wims, because I know y'all always at attention and ready to go. But it be men out here who be tired, or y'all all will say, if money fucked up, if I'm stressed, I'm not in the mood. So it's okay for y'all to say no. It's cool when y'all do it. It's a problem when we do it.
I don't know about them stress and all that shit. It is what it is. If your woman wanted it and she ready to take it, give it to her.
Wim said Doc watered that grass, then pulled the hose away. Oh, Charles, no Charles. I don't get that one. Patrick said he should have had an open relationship. Wim said Polly, Charles' wife, and neighbor. So just to satisfy his needs. Okay, I got it. Yep. And I don't know what this emoji is. Is that a liar?
It's a salute.
Oh, I thought it was a nose growing out.
Nose.
Let me look from my phone. All right, I see it. I still thought it was Pinocchio. Anybody got anything else?
I think that everybody should. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, talk about The Chi.
Oh, yeah. The show that was good.
Duda gotta go.
I seen people saying that. What happened?
Everybody said that. I watched it and I was like, I was wondering why everybody was saying it because he ain't doing nothing new.
I know that's what I'm saying. It's time for him to go. His time is up. It's time for him to go, y'all.
Which one's Duda? Is that the fat kid?
No, that's the boss.
Oh.
That's the one that run the town.
I have to binge watch Chi too.
Never mind.
It's only one episode, or you never watched it.
I never watched it.
Never mind.
Oh, okay. It's good. It's good. We can talk about it. If he's 5 seasons behind, me and Six do TV reviews all the time. He 5 seasons behind. We can't wait for him to catch up.
I ain't gonna watch it. Ain't nobody trying to give a brother a password.
We were talking about Andrew.
Where Big Shop at?
I don't know if she turned her camera and her mic off.
She's on the highway right now.
You don't have Showtime, sis?
I guess she said she's present.
Nah.
You got Paramount?
No.
Okay, you don't have shit. We're not gonna keep handing you stuff. I'm sorry.
Paramount and Showtime the same thing.
Don't worry about it.
They're not.
On the app, it says the same thing.
Paramount is owned by.
When P Valley comes on, I don't got shit to say about it either. So don't worry.
What you say?
I said when P Valley come on, I don't got shit to say about that either. So don't worry about it.
But what? Okay, so let's talk about The Chi real quick. I don't know why he won't kill Emmett. I guess because
he is worth more to him.
I guess Emmett needs the show doesn't want to get rid of Emmett, which I love Jacob Lattimore. Yes, that's the child that I have a crush on. But he be sitting right next to Emmett, like you tried to kill me. But he gonna choke that other little boy out. I was like, why don't you should kill him? You sent that other boy to go in the hospital to kill Amon Shumpert. Then he was like, I don't know why Emmett like you need me. It's a chicken store.
That's what I want to know. Why does he need Emmett?
It is a fucking chicken store that you running. Don't nobody need you.
Yeah, anybody can replace him.
Didn't Duda start out as like the mayor or something?
He was the mayor, and he supposed to have got ran out of town, and I don't see how he back to being the big drug lord.
I'm so confused about. Now I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to get canceled, But I was like, if Lena turned one more couple into gays,
Nah.
I was like, it was. I misread something. I thought something else was about to jump off. I was like, come on, girl.
Well, you know,
You don't have to convert me. Just call me. It's like, sorry, Pastor. Lena is my show. Lena is one of my girl crushes. I don't know who at my door, but I don't want it.
In our black shows, we always have to have the drugs, the gays, and the money.
That's why I watch Abbott Elementary. Well, I mean, they do have gays there, but
we gotta have those. That's
it's a good black show. White shows got a lot of gay people, and they've been doing it before us.
Yeah, but
every white show got the gays, so we can stop saying they pushing that agenda. The whites been about it.
So, the last thing for me, I mean, I don't know if y'all got somebody else, but my social battery is running low.
Is that because I can't hear you?
I said the last thing for me, I don't know about y'all, my social battery is running very low. Christian, should he continue or should he stop? And that's Christian Combs, that is.
I don't know what he did, so.
With the diss track, with the diss record.
Stop. I ain't heard it.
Right.
I ain't heard it, but I ain't with it.
I'll go with stop then. That's all I have for me.
I'm actually diss tracked out also, so I don't care who it is.
I feel like I am too.
I feel like now people just doing this for clout. Patrick said trash. He also doesn't watch TV.
Which one is trash? The Shy?
I think he was talking about Christian. But yeah, I'm so over beefs. I'm definitely over him because also I don't really listen to rap music, so I'm tired of hearing about it.
Well, we got some more brewing out there, y'all. Just to let y'all know, we got some more brewing out there. We got Sukiana and
JT.
We got
look at me knowing something.
Soldier Boy has entered the chat with, I don't know if it's by himself or who he's going after, but Soldier's out there, and we got some people coming up. They're coming. There's some more coming. The summer's getting hot. The game and Ricky Rose. Well, just the game versus himself, really.
So I think I've never been heavy into rap. I've never been heavy into beefs, even though we know my favorite. Like, it ain't even a favorite diss track. It's one of my favorite songs. It's Hit 'Em Up. But I'm gonna be honest. I stopped buying in the rap beefs when Jay-Z and Nas became friends. I feel like it's just a ploy for attention.
All right. Well, with all the beef going on, Pastor, go ahead and pray us out of here.
God, help us maximize our faith, minimize our doubt and fear. Some of us have been dependent on mom and dad and then dependent on self all throughout life. And trusting God can be uncharted territory for us. Some of us have been blessed time and time again by God, and our faith set is still not set up to think that God will come through for us in the present. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So then faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. It helps to read the word of God. It helps to believe the word of God. It helps to not forsake the assembly of the righteous. It helps to fast and pray. It helps to be around people that are chasing after God. It helps to be around people that will lift you up and not put you down. It helps to be around people that will pray for your benefit and not pray for your downfall. Faith comes by hearing God's words. And it's safe to say that doubt comes by hearing Satan's words. God's word is our truth, so our faith increases as we hear it. Won't God do it? May God's love through his son, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit maximize our faith, minimize our doubt and our fear. This Sunday is Pentecost Sunday as we celebrate the church receiving the Holy Spirit in the book of Acts. If you have not accepted Christ as your Savior, as always, you can do so today.
Amen.
Amen. I felt like that was a word for you, Six. It was a lot of gems in there. Hope you was paying attention. I got a quick
I'm gonna have to get the
question.
transcript.
Huh?
I'm gonna have to get the transcript.
Do y'all wear? I don't know. This is a very infant stage in Christ question. Do y'all wear a particular color on Pentecost Sundays?
Red.
Red.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I hope my pastor not watching this, but I got the text today to wear white, and my response was, if y'all have one more fucking dress code for me to abide by, I'm gonna find a new church. And I did use that F word because I told them, I ain't respond, that was in my head. I told him, stop asking people to wear white to church.
Hold on, so
I'm not trying to look like a gallon of milk. Huh?
Next week we gotta wear a color.
Apparently so. Pastor just said you gotta wear red.
I
My church
never
wants
said
you
you
to-
have to wear red. What I'm saying is, it's suggested that you wear red. Those are the colors. Like even if you look up,
I'm about to text
when
him
they're
to ask
making
him
the
why we not
bulletin,
wearing.
when they're making the bulletin, they have certain colors for Pentecost, for Easter, for certain times of the year, the seasons or whatever. But so it's suggested to wear red. If you don't have red and you don't wear red,
Is that
not
just a
gonna be an issue.
suggestion for your church or in general?
Many churches will probably be in red. Many of them.
I don't want to be out of dress code.
I'm going in there in black. It's a silent protest because you're gonna stop asking me to wear colors. It mean I got to go out and find something.
Toya, we would not be upset if you don't wear red. We're not asking you to go buy an outfit. You don't have to do that.
Then, like Six said, I'm gonna be the oddball. That's not welcoming.
To be honest,
Wait, did we talk about the hush?
She won't fight for a bathroom, but she won't fight to wear colors.
I know we I know we overtime, but did we talk about the hush?
Hush puppies.
Pastor, I'm looking at you.
the what?
The in Jesus' name.
We did not talk about that.
I'm sorry. We gotta just give it 2 minutes.
I don't agree with it.
Okay. We don't even need the 2 minutes then. That's already. Because I feel like the rest of us, I don't know, I don't want to speak for Hutchel 6, but I feel like the rest of us don't agree with it either. But
I don't even know nothing about it.
I don't want to put nobody out there, but Randy agreed with it. I don't know if he's still on here, but he agreed with it. And I just asked him why we can't wear red, and he said we wearing white. But Randy was like, I think it was Randy had a post that was like, oh no, his post was, instead of being worried about the pastor shushing people, why can't we be focused about the pastor who the gun didn't work on? Because they was two different stories. That's why we couldn't be focused on it. The other thing was a lot of people was like, church people have a problem with correction. And I think the crazy thing is, I disagree with that. I believe I see more church people saying that it was okay what he did, and that they have so it's more people who aren't heavily in church, except for you. You're the first one I met.
So let me ask you this, Toya. When because I didn't see the video, I've heard about it. So was he hushing, like the kind of, was the person crying?
Yeah, it was like I don't want to shriek, but like
no, I get that. So it was kind of like in the spirit or whatever. So that's why I'm saying I disagree with it.
So they said she does it every Sunday. And then everybody was like, she wasn't in the spirit because when he snapped at her and told her hush, she got quiet. If she was really in the spirit, she wouldn't have got quiet. I do feel like you can yank me out the spirit.
So I'll just say this: where I was leaning towards when I said it, the church I grew up in, the historic Easter United Methodist Church, when people got into the Spirit and they were feeling the Lord and the Holy Spirit, and they began to cry, or they began to go in the Spirit, we kind of paused service. We didn't keep going. We just let the Holy Spirit move in them. And kind of pause for that. So that's why I was kind of like, I didn't agree with the shh or whatever. And I stand on that. I can't say, you know what I'm saying, whether she was or she wasn't, because I haven't seen the video. But I don't, can I just say this, Toya? I don't like things that that would deter people from moving forward to the Lord or moving forward in church. And when people are either unchurched or not saved and don't belong to the body of believers, the littlest thing could turn them around and keep them away. That makes sense?
Point. That was my point. I'm not going to hold y'all because it's after 8, but that was my point. I said all it did was cause a bigger distraction and probably deter people from church. And now he's on a tour to talk about it. So it's been more of a distraction than what she could have possibly done in that one service. But it's after 8, and y'all know I got to go feed my family. Bye.
Blessings.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Can
we stay on 2 seconds? No, we can end, but I want to ask.
Oh, you want us to stay on, but end? Yeah. Okay. You going to hit N6 or you want me to? Your vocal cords
Have a good night, y'all.